Welcome back. All right, so as advertised on the Steve Dangle podcast today, I had a board already that I made up last night on Sandis Ozolinsh. Here you are. Sandis Ozolinsh, a number 30 pick in 1991. What's interesting with him is, too, 1991, he ends up getting silver at the World Junior Championship playing for the USSR, played for the Soviet Union. Then you have the breakup starting to take place. So in 1992, he ends up winning gold at the World Championship playing for CIS, which was the Commonwealth of Independent States, or as we referred to them at the time, the Soviets, which of course then would become the Russians. However, he's Latvian, so he ends up being Latvian. It's 1998 is the first time that he actually plays for Latvia as a Latvian player. 2014, he actually came out of retirement to help Latvia reach the Olympics. And that was after he had previously tried to get into the Olympics and said, that's it, I'm retiring from hockey. So it is hard to get Ozolinsh out of the game that he enjoys so much. After he's done his NHL career, he did play in the KHL as well. So that being said, he was also named in 2020 by the IIHF to the all-time team for Latvia. So while there may be some watching going, who's Ozolinsh? If you're in Latvia, you know exactly who he is. Or at least you should. 92-93, he makes his debut in the NHL. 37 games, 7 goals, 16 assists, 23 points. He was all offense. This was a defenseman who was all offense. And that was the compliment and sometimes the complaint when it came to Ozolinsh. 93-94, 81 games played, 26 goals, 38 assists, 64 points. Plays in the playoffs that year. That's where San Jose is the upset team that takes out teams like Detroit that they're not supposed to. 14 games in those playoffs, 10 assists. So he had 26 goals as a defenseman in his first full season, and in the playoffs, he had 10 assists in 14 games. Again, it's all offense with Ozolinsh. 94-95, lockout shortened season, 48 games, 9 goals, 16 assists, 25 points. In the playoffs, 11 games played, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. So the sky seems to be the limit for Ozolinsh. But the San Jose Sharks, I got it, I almost said Anaheim Ducks. He didn't play for the Ducks till later. Getting ahead of myself. San Jose, 7 games into the season for him anyways. 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. He ends up being traded. So the Colorado Avalanche just had arrived in Colorado from Quebec. They're on their way to winning a Stanley Cup, and they had Ozolinsh on the blue line. They need that offense on the blue line. They're willing to sacrifice Owen Nolan to get it. So Owen Nolan goes to San Jose. This is one of those trades that I think benefited both teams. Owen Nolan had a good run with San Jose, and Ozolinsh in 66 games with the Avalanche, Ozolinsh Avalanche, say that a few times, 13 goals, 37 assists, 55 points. In the playoffs, 22 games, 5 goals, 14 assists, 19 points. 14 assists, 19 points are still records for the Colorado Avalanche for defensemen in the playoffs, and he wins the Stanley Cup. So for Ozolinsh, things are going pretty good. 96-97, in 80 games, he scores 23 goals, which is a record for Colorado defenseman, 45 assists, 68 points. Those 68 points, also a record for Colorado defenseman. In the playoffs, 17 games, 4 goals, 13 assists, 17 points. He's a first-team All-Star, and he finishes third in Norris Trophy voting. So the defense was good enough that year that he gets into the Norris conversation. But it's one of those rare times that he's in the Norris conversation. 97-98. 66 games played, still in Colorado. 13 goals, 38 assists, 51 points. In the playoffs, he plays 7 games and gets 7 assists in those 7 games. 98-99, he only plays 39 games that year. 7 goals, 25 assists, 32 points. In the playoffs, 19 games, 4 goals, 8 assists for 12 points. 99-2000, and again, this is a Colorado team that's contending every year. They're going on runs. 82 games, 16 goals, 36 assists, 52 points. In the playoffs, 17 games, 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points. So, long runs for Colorado, but the Avs want to make a change. So, they're trading out Ozolinsh. And Ozolinsh, his contract's going to go up. Carolina's going to give him really good money. So, he's traded to Carolina with a 2000 second-round pick for a 2000 first-round pick, 2 second-round picks in 2000, as well as Nolan Pratt. So, during the 2000-2001 season, he is reunited with Latvian Artur Serbe, who he's played with in international play at this point. I'm guessing they're pretty good friends. And then Carolina gives him really good contract that shows that they want to be friends with him too. So he plays 72 games that first year in Carolina, 12 goals, 32 assists, 44 points. Again, a lot of offense from this guy at a time where goals are at a premium in the NHL. In the playoffs, he has 2 assists in 6 games. Rare occasion where Carolina doesn't go all the way to the finals. 2001, 2002, a year where Carolina will go to the finals. They'll just do it without Ozolinsh. He only plays 46 games, 4 goals, 19 assists, 23 points. January 16th of 2002, he is now traded to the Florida Panthers. He played a lot for Southern teams, didn't he? So he's traded January 16th with Byron Ritchie in exchange for Kevin Adams. Yes, that Kevin Adams. Brett Hedican and Thomas Malik. So he goes to Florida and his offense improves. 37 games during the 01-02 season. 10 goals, 19 assists, 29 points. Still in Florida the following season of 02-03. 51 games, 7 goals, 19 assists, 26 points. But what's this? It's January again, and he's getting traded again. January 30th of 2003, he is traded with Lance Ward to the Anaheim Ducks for a 2003 fourth-round pick, Matt Cullen, as well as Pavel Trinka. So he goes to Anaheim, and in Anaheim, in 2003, they have a pretty good run of their own. He plays 31 games after the trade, which means he played 82 altogether. 5 goals, 13 assists, 18 points, and in the playoffs, 21 games played, 2 goals, 6 assists for 8 points. So run to the finals, he's a part of it, and just short of winning that second Stanley Cup. 2003, 2004, he only plays 36 games, so he's not playing full seasons now. 5 goals, 11 assists, 16 points. And that's the one thing with a defenseman who's not great defensively. When that offense goes and they're not scoring like they were, those defensive miscues show up a lot more. They become a lot more apparent. It's harder to forgive them as they get past that. So we have the lockout wiped out season of 04-05. In 05-06, 17 games with the Ducks, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points in 17 games. March 9th of 2006, he's traded to the New York Rangers, who are looking for offense on their blue line, in exchange for a 2006 third-round pick. And his offense picks up after showing up with the Rangers, 19 games, 3 goals, 11 assists, 14 points. He makes his final appearance in the playoffs, 3 games, no points in the playoffs. 2006-2007, he only plays 21 games for the Rangers, and he gets 3 assists. So we go through the summer of 2007 without him being signed. We're into the fall in 2007 before he finally signs on November 2nd with the San Jose Sharks. So he goes back to where he started. And in 39 games with the Sharks, puts up 3 goals, 13 assists for 16 points. So, Stanley Cup, Norris finalist on 1 occasion, good career, 875 games, 167 goals, 397 assists, 564 points. In the playoffs, 137 games played, 23 goals, 67 assists, 90 points. And he played in the KHL after this until 2011. So he goes home, plays in the KHL. He did appear in 7 All-Star games. That's what happens when you're a goal scorer on the blue line. You will get nominated for and put into All-Star games. He also played in 4 KHL All-Star games as well. He's the all-time record holder for Latvian-born players for games, goals, assists, and points. So pretty solid all across the board Latvian player. 1992, he also won a Turner Cup playing for the Kansas City Blades in the IHL. And on that team, he was playing with Arturs Irbe. So Irbe, Ozolinsh kind of tied together a little bit. And now I've done videos on both. So there you go. The career of Sandis Ozolinsh. I thought this would be fun to do for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. Just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.